I can't do anything. So useless. Damn it. I know it's supposed to be fun, I get it. I shouldn't be crying, but I really can't do anything.
Come on now, is that really necessary? You're pummeling a piece of paper, my guy.
She keeps tormenting the players. That streamer, driven to tears. How many more discs need to be broken? How many more controllers victimized before she's stopped?
All right, buddy, you keep beating that dead horse. I'm gonna finish my coffee.
She must be stopped. I will not sleep until the gamers are free!
How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, and once again, we are here to defeat Sheeva's Stomp. Last video, I asked you which attacks are great for defeating Sheeva's Stomp, and you had quite a few recommendations. So without any further ado, let's just hop right into it. First up, we have Scorpion's Death Spin. Now, I have high hopes for this move because it does last for a very long time, and it also spins all the way around his body. And of course, for the icing on the cake, Scorpion is by far the most popular character in this game, or actually, maybe it's Sheeva, but Scorpion is definitely up there. He is by far one of the most played characters, so if this in fact can counter her Stomp, it's gonna help a lot of players. Alright, but here we go, time to test things out. For anyone who is new to this series, I have the Stomp set to random. Sometimes Sheeva will do her random Stomp, and other times she will do her delayed Stomp. And that's important because otherwise we won't know if these attacks can actually counter every version of her Stomp. Alright, here we go for science. Oh, she went right between it. She threaded the needle. Let's try again. Oh, if I enhance it, it's got a bit better of a hitbox, maybe? Oh, she threaded the needle once again. Darn, it's not looking that good. Oh, you gotta do it early too. So I recommend just doing it early and spinning the bar and hoping that you hit her. And sometimes you do. The issue is she does not get hit by the follow-up, so she can land behind you and maybe actually punish you for hitting her. And not to mention, as you can plainly see, I'm missing 90% of the time. I think out of the 10 different stomps, I've only hit her once. So yeah, it's definitely not good for countering Sheeva's Stomp. However, as an honorable mention, this move does hit behind Scorpion and in front of him, so if the Sheeva does try to land to either side of your character, you may accidentally hit her, and that could certainly be a nice outcome. However, if I'm being honest, the more I test this thing, it just doesn't win most of the time, but it does seem more likely to win actually if she lands in front of you, so that's kind of cool. If the Sheeva player wants to land in front of you, then it actually can work. However, unfortunately, most Sheeva players don't even aim the Stomp, they just go right for your head. Sometimes they delay and sometimes they don't, but they almost never aim it, and as a result, this move does not seem very good for countering Sheeva's Stomp, which definitely is a shame, but at the end of the day, Scorpion's always going to be one of the most played characters in the entire game, so I don't think he's too upset about it. Alright, but this next one actually has me pretty excited. Some people said that Spawn's anti-air gun can actually be a pretty good option, and if so, that makes me happy because I don't actually like this move. I don't find it very useful in most situations, especially after NetherRealm allowed custom variations at tournaments. You just never see this move, and that's a shame because who doesn't love this awesome gun walk animation? It looks so cool. So once again, here's hoping this move is actually useful against Sheeva's Stomp, because if it is, this move might actually have a purpose in competitive play. Alright, once again, everything is set to random and it missed completely. Okay, that's not a good outcome. Didn't hit there either. Nope, it does not seem very good at getting the job done. It in fact does not even hit above him, and look at that, it actually missed. So Spawn does step backwards when doing it, so oddly enough, it does make things slightly evasive, so I'm trying to time it right when the screen moves, and hey, it's kind of like a pseudo backdash, but it still misses, that's the thing, and it also doesn't hit directly above him. So it can be a weird kind of backdash, but why not just backdash if that's what you're going for, right? You don't need a special move to do that. Hey, we got one trade. So it can trade every now and then, but it's certainly not a very good anti-air against Sheeva's Stomp. Look at that. We got 2 out of like 20 stomps, so it's not completely useless, but most of the time not a good option. And as a result, I'm now a very sad underdog because I wanted this move to have some kind of purpose. My goodness, it's just not that good. It looks cool though. At the very least, this move will always have the swag, but outside of that, not very good. And then next up, we have Cassie Cage's Kneecapping, because when you amplify it, she actually covers most of the screen, and she also rolls backwards, so maybe it'll have some evasive properties and just get her out of the way. However, unlike Spawn's move, I kinda don't want this attack to work as an anti-Sheeva Sheeva Stomp because it's already one of the best moves in the entire game, so I don't think it needs to be good at anti-airing Sheeva. It's just got too much going for it. But since I am a scientist, I will put my biases aside and still experiment for the greater good. Alright, here we go for science. Nope, it did not work at all. Did not work there either. Man, y'all are just giving me any recommendation. Oh, look at that, it worked. Okay, and the crazy thing is, if it does ever actually land, it will lead to a full combo, and look at that. If Sheeva delays, it'll actually miss. So that's cool. It beats delayed Stomp, but trying to beat regular Stomp with it is very, very difficult. Maybe backdash before you do it. Nope, that's not gonna work. And keep in mind, I'm trying to do it after she stomps, because if I do it too early, that's not gonna actually be realistic for a match, right? You gotta be able to do it on reaction. Oh, look at that. And the cool thing is, if you ever do actually hit her with this, you do get a full combo follow-up, because that's what the move is for. So if the planets and stars ever do align, and you manage to anti-air Sheeva with this move, you do get rewarded with a full combo. But as you can see, that outcome just doesn't seem very likely. But even so, she does every now and then just roll backwards to avoid the delayed option, so it does seem to work very well against delayed Stomp, but against regular Stomp, I don't see it working very often. Unless you do it before Sheeva actually jumps, I don't see it working, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell Sheeva just to experiment. I'm gonna tell her to do the first Stomp because that's the regular one, and I'm gonna do it before she even jumps, and it's still not working. Like, it's really hard to time this thing correctly. If you did hit her, that would be awesome because you would get the follow-ups, and that's what I'm trying to do, but it's just not working out for me. Yeah, you really can't get this thing to work. Man, this video so far has been a wash. Almost nobody can defeat Sheeva Stomp. And that's a shame for everybody except Cassie, because once again, kneecapping a bit too darn good. And have you seen Sonic Fox's tier list? This character is godlike. She does not need any help. Alright, and this last attack has actually been requested for a long while, and it's Kung Lao's teleport if you delay it. Because keep in mind, he can stay underground for a pretty decent amount of time, and the idea is you can wait for Sheeva to land, and when she does, you come out and you punish her. So the game plan is very similar to Terminator's teleport. However, unfortunately for Kung Lao, this costs offensive bar and not defensive bar, which means he does lose access to certain combo options, but even so, it's still better than nothing, and I do have high hopes for this move. I think it may actually work pretty well, but we won't know until we test it. So once again, for science. Oh wow, she went in the wrong spot. Oh, I didn't enhance, my bad. Oh, I was too early. Hey, look at that. That was a punish. Check out the screen. Ah, I went in the wrong spot. Oh, she blocked. Yo. She can block in time. That's crazy. The recovery on the Stomp is like the most unfair thing about it. She can recover so much faster than you'd think. And I'm trying to come out before. Oh, it misses too because she has duck frames. That's right. When she lands, she has duck frames for a split second. So you can't actually hit her with high attacks. Oh my God. Oh, this is tough. I want to come out early. Okay, that wasn't a punish. She could have ducked that. Darn it. It's actually a lot tougher than you think. It's good for avoiding it, but you're not actually getting the punish, and that's a problem. You want to actually punish. Can I just spin? Nah. Maybe. Oh, it can. It's just gonna trade though, that's a problem. So even if you do hit her with the spin, which is super unlikely, the most you get is a trade, so you don't even get the combo, and you take more damage than she does, so definitely not worth it. Oh man, I was hoping spin to win might actually work. I mean, at the very least you can amplify and maybe get the heck out of there, but if she delays, she's still gonna hit you, so that's not a good idea. And by the way, that's the exact same reason why Kano balls don't work, or just trying to outrun her with things like Jade's pole run. I see a lot of recommendations of that in the comments section. All of those options about trying to run away will lose to her delayed option. So unfortunately, doing moves that just get out of the way do not work half the time, and even if you do dodge her, she's just gonna go for it again, so it's still not a good idea to try and avoid the move. You have to also punish it. But let's keep trying the teleport. I want to get better with it. Okay, didn't work there. Okay, that was a punish, so you can do it. The issue is, keep in mind there's not just one delay timing. There's actually a bunch of different delayed timings, and also if she does the regular, then she lands in the wrong spot and you spent bar for no reason. The good news is there are options to actually hit her, but it's tough. Like, look how fast she recovers. That's why I think throw is your best option, because the Sheeva player might be expecting like an attack and they go to block and then you throw them instead. That may be a good idea, but yeah, unfortunately this does not seem like one of the best ways to defeat Sheeva. But if you are somebody who already mains Kung Lao, the good news is that this is there by default, so you don't have to waste any variation slots on this move. But keep in mind, in a past video we discussed his Buzzsaw, which I think is honestly much better. Now the trade-off is it costs 2 slots. So as a Kung Lao player, it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to actually invest in Buzzsaw, but I do think it's more reliable than the teleport enhance. And sadly, that's it for the video, everyone. There are no winners today because none of these moves are good enough to consistently beat Sheeva's Stomp. So I guess in that regard, technically Sheeva is the winner, but hopefully you still enjoyed the video regardless. Please leave a like down below if so, and while you're down there, make sure to subscribe as well because we are now 300,000 subscribers strong. So next stop, 500,000. Smash that big red button and make sure to ring that bell as well. That way you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.